Day number 31 of the Daily Journal video series. Everyone, welcome back. My name is Hervin, and this is the Daily Journal video series where every day I document here a lesson that I learned from trying to scale our business. And I just share anything cool that I find along the way. So let's dive right in. So, day number 31, I want to start today off by speaking about the gym. So, this is not business related, this is just trying to manage my energy. I've been trying to make my workouts a little bit smaller so that they're done within an hour. And I've been pushing myself hard at the gym, and I don't know what it is, but it seems like after a good workout where I push myself really hard, I am just done, destroyed right after. And I feel like I'm not even pushing myself that hard. So I don't know why my energy just tanks. And so I've been eating a little bit more carbs before the gym. Today, for dinner, I had rice. I explained this in other videos where I feel like getting more carbs in is making me less crampy, like muscle crampy, and it has worked. I'm not getting as many muscle cramps. In fact, I haven't gotten as many muscle cramps since it started adding back in rice. So that has worked. Now, I don't know for what it is. Maybe I need to not hit the gym as hard or something, but it feels like after the gym, I am just dead where I can't even function. And usually, what I do is after the gym, my goal is to try and come back and at least get more work done. But it just seems like after the gym, my productivity and my ability to think and everything just goes down the toilet. Eventually, like just for the past 3 hours, I've been doing here support work to help our clients with any questions that they have. But it just seems like I am not mentally as sharp, or I don't know what. But anyway, it just drains me. So I just want to document that out there in case it just makes me feel like maybe I just need to get more carbs in. I just need to eat more fruits. I need to hit it not as hard. So that's the first thing I want to document for anybody who's working out and trying to work after. I don't know how you guys do it, but for me, it just completely kills my productivity, completely drains me. I'm looking here at my notes. So today I spent a lot of time in support. I've been doing support for the last, I think, like 2 hours, 3 hours, somewhere around that, where I've been helping clients. And one of the things that right now I've been thinking about a lot is the fact that things are not efficient at all inside our company. And so trying to hit a point where we're able to scale, it's difficult. So right now there are questions that clients are asking us that require me thinking about how I want to solve that problem, how I want to answer, making sure that I'm giving them a tailored response. I am also thinking about just in general, making sure that I'm giving a concise and useful response to their specific use case, and I'm not sending them to like a support article that where they have to kind of guess on their own what's going on. I want to make sure that we have very good support, and that whenever we get asked a question, we have a specific way of answering them and so on, which requires some decision making. And also there are certain questions that we're getting inside our company that are just hard to answer because I need to be the person making some part of the decision as to how to answer this question, but also it involves one of our team members. And so it almost requires two people to come together to answer one support question. So that it just feels totally unscalable, totally inefficient. And I've been trying to think about how do we solve this and who is the right person to solve this issues, to solve inefficiencies in the way we're doing things inside our company. The answer that I have thought about is to be able to hire somebody who can look at the way we're running things and make them a lot more efficient. And so part of that feels like a project where they can just come in, look at what we're doing, and then make suggestions. But a consultant, I've tried talking to consultants in the past, and unless they have a full picture of what's going on inside our company, it's rarely ever useful. And so right now, I am thinking, okay, we need somebody like a systems engineer to come in and be able to help us make everything more efficient. And I just don't know, how do I even, like, what is the job description for that? How do you even quantify the success of this role? And in some sort of metrics where maybe it's like by the amount of time being safe for the company, or maybe is the amount of time how things are not falling through the cracks, or being able to establish some sort of benchmark, and then being able to say, okay, this is how we were able to improve by fixing all of these things. And this brings me to the next point, which I wanted to talk about today. Right now, today we had a really good interview with a candidate that we're excited about. Here's the thing that going through this hiring process has made me understand. So in the past, I kind of did these job postings based on what I thought was needed inside our company. And as we got people applying for the jobs that we were advertising for, we talked to more than 80 people. We saw that we got applications from more than thousands of applicants. And one of the things that I learned throughout this process is the fact that even for one specific role that we were advertising for, we were getting people with totally different personalities. So like for one role that we were advertising for, we were getting people that were very we were wanting people that were very tech savvy, but we were getting some that were very detail oriented, and some that are very creative. Some that want to speak to clients, and some that want to build and make things more efficient. And so I was thinking about that, and thinking about our company and what we need. And then I realized that I was thinking about this whole hiring process a little bit wrong. I was thinking about it where I thought one person was going to do multiple things. And that's actually something that has happened to us in the past, where we hired somebody thinking because they're techie, they're going to be able to handle two different sides of the business that almost require two different personalities, but we didn't know it at the time. So for example, what I'm talking about is we thought hiring a tech support person that was also going to be able to make systems more efficient and be able to build things inside our company, that those two people were different, that were the same. And I didn't realize that how wrong was that, because somebody who is going to be answering tech support questions to our clients needs to, number one, have patience, be good with clients, be okay getting the same type of questions over and over, kind of doing repetitive work. Probably a lot of the questions that are going to get asked are similar. And so they're going to be living at a place where they're primarily just answering tickets. And this type of personality is somebody who loves troubleshooting, figuring things out, figuring why things have gone wrong, figuring out how to calm down a client who is feeling frustrated. That's the kind of personality for a tech support role, if you will. As opposed to the building role, that's more of a creative person who does not like repetitive work. They'd rather build things. They'd rather figure out how to make systems better and figure out how to make them more efficient. Seeing the difference for both made me think that we need actually both of those roles. And one of them is real easy to understand how to hire for. Like the tech support engineer is real easy. You know, they're just going to be answering tech support tickets. They're going to be helping clients. Their role is going to make sure that the clients get a valuable, useful answer really quickly. That's what they're there for. The other role is a little bit more ambiguous because it feels like a lot more project based. It feels like the person who's going to be making all of the systems a lot more efficient and making sure that everything inside our company is running faster, and things aren't, the systems are built so that things aren't falling through the cracks. All of those, that requires a specific person that their main role is just kind of seeing where things are, where there are constraints in the business and alleviating those. And today they might work on one area of the business, tomorrow they might work on a completely different area of the business. And so learning how to hire for that, and putting a job posting together to be able to hire somebody like that who can help us release those constraints and think about how to build the system as a whole, that to me is a challenging process. I'm not very clear as to what that should be, and I'm having trouble just getting clarity. Besides this, we need also somebody. So right now inside our company, whenever there's a client question that needs to be answered, whenever there's a client who has a specific problem, I'm usually the one that has the knowledge when it comes to the software, and then I'm able to take that knowledge and then be able to give an answer to the client based on my knowledge. And so how do I let go of that? How do I delegate that role? Do I need somebody who also has the product knowledge, but then how do we measure when we bring them on board? How do we measure how much they know about the product? How do we measure whether they're good at their role or not, whether they're doing good or not? Because for me, it's a matter of whenever a client has a question, then I'm able to think about how I want to answer that. And then one day I might be working on solving certain issues, and then the next day I might be solving other issues. So yeah, I mean, I'm just having difficulty getting clarity around what the job posting should be like, what the roles, the way to define the roles, the way to, how do we define success for each of the roles so that when we hire them, each employee has clarity as to what they need to do. Yeah, that's all confusing to me. So anyway, just want to document this right now because super confused about how I should be defining these roles, measuring success. Now, the only thing I'm going to say, that I just read it here in my notes, I just saw this video, whether it was yesterday or 2 days ago, from Alex Hormozi saying, and it was a short video of him, I think he was in a coaching call with his mentor or something like that, and they were asking him how it was going, and he's like, it's going good. I don't know how to do X, Y, and Z, and it seemed like he didn't have the right knowledge to do the task that he wanted to do. And he said, I want to put this video out there because I don't want you to let what you don't know stop you from moving forward or from getting started. I forget the way he said it, but in any case, it resonated with me at this point right now because I'm trying to think about how to move forward and hire the people that I know we need to hire. And I am freaking out because internally I'm like, I don't want to hire somebody without them having exactly the vision and clarity around the role. So I've been, just beating myself up, trying to think about how are we going to define these roles properly so that we can set up people for success, and how do we avoid bringing people on board and them not having any clarity around what we want them to do and what success looks like, and so on. And so anyway, that's where I'm at. This problem of hiring, it's harder than I thought. I mean, and yesterday, a couple of days ago, yesterday and the day before, I've been feeling pretty good. I've been feeling like I had clarity around the role, but then really when it came down to today, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if we have crystal clear clarity around the role. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Unclear, uncharted territory. So we're still going to move forward. I'll keep you posted how it goes and as I try and figure this out. So anyway, thank you all so much for listening. My name is Hervin. This is the Daily Journal video series. Subscribe to the channel if you're curious to listen more of these lessons, see the lessons that I'm learning as we try and scale our business. I'd appreciate it if you subscribed, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you all so much for listening. See you.